my UMAREX CP99 compact. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not too much of a CO2 guy. My two favorite CO2s at the moment are the QB78 and the Crossman 2240. So this is a little bit out of my wheelhouse. Somebody who's an excellent CO2 airgun reviewer is a Backyard Airgunner. Maybe you can check out his channel. I'll leave a link in the description below. So if you like anything that you see today, maybe give me a thumbs up and even subscribe. Heck, even share it. That'd be cool too. But without further ado, let's get this party started.
The CP99 is the compact version of the P99, which I believe is used by Special Forces as their backup pistol. It's semi-automatic, 177 blowback, CO2, 18-shot magazine. It does have a weaver rail underneath, so you can put a flashlight or laser. There's a look at your safety switch there as well. The CP99 compact has an all-metal slide, a hard polymer plastic, very sturdy feeling. As you can see, the slide does lock back, and it does lock back after your last BB. And you can fit a light underneath here. Thumb release for the magazine right underneath the trigger, and that just pulls out. Down at the bottom, this is where you tighten down the CO2 and loosen it. We'll get to that later. Over here is your manual safety, and it does lock up. Flicking it on fire is just down, but when you put it on safe, you have to pull it back with your thumb. Easy peasy. It definitely has a nice weight and feel to it. It does not feel cheap. Seems like quality construction. Open sights there. No dots or anything. Pretty plain Jane, but you know, it's a little CO2 BB gun plinker, you know, blowback. Pretty cool. The magazine holds 18 BBs. This one's a little worn out. The spring's a little beat. You pull it down and click it to the side, and then you would load the BBs right there in the back. There's a little magnet up top there that keeps them secure. This magazine's a little worn out, so we're only getting about 12 shots out of it. Pop the back of the grip there off. That's where you'll put your CO2. There's a little wheel in there. You have to push down or up, depending if you're taking it out or putting it in. We'll get to that here in a second. Before you put that CO2 in, don't forget to lubricate it with a little bit of Airgun oil or whatever substitution that you normally use. Matter of fact, leave that in the comments below what you do use. Just insert the CO2. Now this is important. Tighten that wheel really tight. Otherwise, when you go to tighten the bottom there, all that gas is going to escape. So it's very, very important to make sure you get that as tight as possible. I had 2 mishaps on me before I got it right. Then once you secure it down like that, that pretty much pierces it, locks it in. Pop the other end of the grip on, and you're pretty much ready to rock and roll.
All right, I want to preface this now by letting you know this gun is not brand new. A friend of mine at work lent it to me to review. He wanted to see what it could do as far as a review. I'm going to be shooting in the basement over the chronograph at 55 degrees, so it's a little chilly out for some chronograph numbers, but that's what we got to work with today. Also, I'm going to unload the clip there and get you a group at about 7 yards. Now, the spring is a little worn out on this particular model, so I'm probably only going to get about 12 shots instead of 18. So we're going to pick up some spare mags where the spring isn't worn out. That's the only problem with the gun at the moment. So without further ado, let's get a closer look.
Unfortunately, on testing day, it was only at 55 degrees at the basement. So I'm sure we would have hit closer to 300 or more if we were at a 78, 85 degree day. Here's a 12-shot group at 7 yards. Ended up basically with a fist-sized group. That's definitely good for me, everybody. Here's some slow-mo footage.
actually, that's not too bad for me with a pistol. CO2 blowback, especially a 7 yards, a fist size group more or less. Very happy with that. This gun, in my opinion, is a fun little plinker for the backyard. I think it'd be great for muscle memory and training purposes. Like I said, I'm not really the biggest CO2 guy, so I'm not in love with it, but it feels nice. It's got a nice solid weight, feel, and build to it. Nothing on it feels particularly cheap. I believe they do have a pellet version available, but as far as BB backyard plinking, this thing's loads of fun, to be honest with you. It's easy to operate, a couple of CO2 cartridges, a little pack of BBs. You can shoot all day long and have some fun plinking cans, hitting targets, doing whatever. But overall, very good. The only downside to the CO2 gun that I didn't like was when you take the backing plate off and it has that little wheel, and you also have to turn it. That wheel just, if it's not done properly, it happened to me twice because I didn't do it right. I discharged the gas when I tightened it down because I didn't have that wheel tightened up properly. Other than that, that's your warning there. Just make sure you got it tightened up. Other than that, you're going to have lots of fun. So, everybody, that's what I got for you today. Stay safe, and I'll catch you all next time.